Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is Daybreak on Trust Television, and of course this is that segment of the program where you, our viewers, get to comment, contribute, share your concerns and even questions on issues of national importance. The question today would be whether you feel like you've been feeling some sense of safety and security over the course of the last few months. The federal government has been very bold and very deliberate in selling its gains to Nigeria, talking about the gains that it has, achieved in security. Now, whether these gains is true or not is dependent on your responses, because you and I are the ones who are on the street every day, who stay in these areas, some of these communities where we see the breakdown of, the activities of bandits, of terrorists who enter communities to kill, maim, and destroy. I mean, just recently we saw the unfortunate situation that happened in Kaduna, where farmers unfortunately were impacted when bandits entered their farms and burnt their crops. But by and large, the greater question of whether a larger majority of Nigerians are safe or are feeling some sense of security. Are there areas in Nigeria where there used to be these breakdown or these frequent incessant attacks by bandits that are no longer experiencing it right now? This is the reason why I want you to pick up the phones and call on the program, to share your thoughts and to try and answer the question whether you feel that Nigeria is safer than ever before. But then the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, has said the administration of President Bola Tinubu will prove to the so-called new, in quote, terrorist group, Lakurawa, in the northwestern part of the country, that things have changed and that the group will be flushed out of Nigeria. Mr. Ribadu made the statement while representing President Tinubu at the opening ceremony of the 2024 Comptroller General of Customs Conference on Wednesday. Take a look.
Many things that we want to call tinubu gains, changes taking place, reforms. From now, going forward, Nigerians are going to see things. Already, a couple of things are happening, and that's why I'm happy to see our own general leading many others here. For the first time in our country, the entire security sector, leaders are working as one. Intelligence community, civil police, all others, I want to assure you, tell Nigerians that for the first time, maybe ever, more than ever before, we work as a team, one. And we are beginning to see the gains, what we call tinubu gains. Hundreds of bandits are killed today, every day. Tinubu gains. You move everywhere in our own country today, free of fear. Tinubu gains. Things are changing. These so-called Lakura or whatever you call them, they are making a mistake. Nobody ever dares Tinubu and win. Nobody. They have come at a wrong time. Nobody has ever defeated Tinubu. And you are going to be defeated. And we will kick you out of Nigeria. This is a Nigeria of 2024. And this is a Nigeria where I can assure you the critics will be quiet. One after the other. Things will change in our country. And it's already changing. Many parts of our country today is living in peace. Go to the Niger Delta. Things have changed. Today, we have gotten to 1.8 million barrels of crude oil. I have not seen this for a long time. Tinubu gains. Southeast is getting to be at peace with itself and with the rest of our country. The bandits are running left, right. Every single day we are getting people who are surrendering. I was talking with the general. As of today, even right now, we have places where we are receiving surrendered bandits. It's happening every day. And it will happen more. Just wait and see. Critics will shut you up. We'll do that.
Now there you have it, Nur Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, talking about what he described as Tinubu gains. Now it's over to you, viewers. Call in with your comments, your thoughts, your concerns, and of course those questions. He said quite a number of things, hundreds of bandits being killed on a daily basis in order to secure Nigerians. He talked about Nigeria improving or bumping up crude production up to 1.8 million barrels. It used to be around 1.1, 1.2 thereabout, but now this is an official statement coming from the federal government stating that that has also improved to 1.8 million. How do you feel about all of this, especially regarding security? Call the phone lines and of course let's hear those thoughts, those comments and those concerns. I believe we have our first caller now. Hello, good morning and welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from.
Hello, good morning. Can you start with your name and then your location?
I said my name is Abasekong. I'm calling from Gombe State.
From Gombe State. All right, go ahead.
Sincerely speaking, I want to thank the Trust TV for this platform they have created for Nigerians to air their views. If I say I am not happy, I'm deceiving myself. Because most Nigerians pour out their views daily. Now, I want to go by this. What is information? Information is power. And information is knowledge. And knowledge is power. The more truth we must work with, the more knowledge we become. And what does that reflect? The more knowledge we will become. And that is why they say, what is value system? Or what is Nigerian value? The Nigerian value system has crumbled. Why do I say this? When you go to our school, the system has been bastardized. When you go to our medical system, the medical system, nothing to write home about. When you talk about the police institution, what can we say about that? I listened to what they talk about the EOD or something like that, where the British came and put an institution on detonating bomb, and I watched it on their program this morning.
Okay.
Can't we, by ourselves, do useful things? Must we rely on other countries to come and be giving us things?
Well, Abasi, we may not be necessarily relying, Abasi. You know, sometimes, pardon me for not getting your name right, though, but sometimes it's important to Abasekong. Sometimes it's important to have, you know, these collaborations, international collaboration. I mean, the British has been Nigeria's partner for the longest of time, so it shouldn't be surprising that we see, you know, them offering this kind of partnership and this kind of support to Nigeria. I mean, talk about terrorism. What better place to establish an explosive ordnance device institute if not in Maiduguri? That
agreed.
In Aha.
Agreed. My friend, go to Police College in Kenya. Go to Owa in Port Harcourt. Go to Maiduguri, the mobile training institution. Go and look at those places.
But Abasiakong,
what are you telling me?
Do you feel that over the course of the last few months, now let's say probably 5 or 6 months, you feel that there's been a reduction in the activities of these non-state actors? Talk about bandits, talk about terrorists, and you know all other separatists that have been trying to cause mayhem in different parts of the country.
Yes, the government has tried on that ground. And even Ribadu is doing a very wonderful job when he was the chairman of EFCC. You know what he did in this country?
Indeed.
Very fine, wonderful officer. And even that office that he has been given is one of the best offices that he is suitable for. But my problem is that there are so many officers So many people, offices that they are handling, they are not supposed to be there. Okay. I don't want to mention their names.
It's fine, no problem.
There are very people that are not supposed to be there.
Well, let's hope that...
We must be resourceful. My brother, listen, we must be resourceful. What is resourceful? If we have a leader that is not resourceful, Nigeria is sleeping. If we have a nation that is not resourceful, we are sleeping. Look at our currency now. Our currency is sleeping. Go to Nigeria now. Their currency is higher than ours. Go to Benin Republic, it's higher than ours. We're giants, sleeping giants. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Abasekong. So many things that's on your mind, and of course you shared most of them with us. Talking about putting round pegs in round holes, those who merit the job making it there. You didn't want to mention names. That's fine, no problem. But then you commended the NSA, stating that he's doing a lovely job. Well, hopefully, let's see and hope that, more callers would call and provide, of course, some positive feedback on the onslaught against banditry and terrorism in Nigeria. Talking about callers, we have another one. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, as usual. My name is Ibrahim. I'm calling you from Jos.
Godwin from Jos. Welcome to the program. Go ahead, Godwin.
Something always surprised us here in Nigeria. Yes. Now, the new bandit organization, the Lukurawa. Now, which route do they follow to enter Nigeria?
Well,
is it by sea, or by air, or by road? Where is the Nigerian immigration?
Godwin, so the defense headquarters had revealed that unfortunately the Lakurawa, the new, as it's been called, terrorist organization emerged due to the breakdown of diplomatic relationships between Nigeria and Niger, of course, owing to the coup that had happened in Niger some months back. So that was the window that they used to penetrate into Nigeria. So no, of course, they didn't come by sea. These were the reasons, or these were the situations, according to the defense headquarters, that led to their emergence.
But the defense headquarters know that we have Nigeria Immigration Service. I don't know whether they have wings that they have flight.
Good question.
To come and drop in Nigeria.
Good question.
Look at the type of weapons they have. Look at the certain weapons they have. How did they manage to carry it to cross the border to go to a state in Nigeria? So they are just deceiving us, sincerely speaking. They make us like children under age.
So, Godwin, are you saying that you're not impressed with the statements of the NSA, or you feel that it's all just political talk? It's just basically grandstanding?
Exactly. This is politics. This is politics.
So you've not seen them do anything that would change. You've not seen them do anything that would change your position of them. Or perhaps I should ask, Godwin, what can the government do right now in terms of tackling insecurity that would make you believe that they are ready to work and they seem serious? Hello, Godwin, can you hear me? All right, Godwin.
As the last caller is saying, one of the major problems in this country, number one, this weakness of currency. That is number one. Secondly, the issue of this subsidy and that of electricity tariff. These three things that you are seeing, if they are not in good order, in good shape, the issue of banditry, kidnap, they will never stop it. There are people that make it as a business, and they are recruiting more to go and join them. Can you imagine? Take an example of yourself. Look at how much you are earning. Look at the burden of problem in front of you. You have children, they used to go to school. They used to take them to hospital for medical. You have other things to do. You have unforeseen circumstances. You have other logistics.
So, Godwin, are you insinuating that the insecurity situation that Nigeria is facing is directly tied to the issues of subsidy, the issues of FX unification that led to the increase in, the naira-dollar denomination exchange rate, and also finally electricity tariff are the major reasons that might be responsible for the rising cases of insecurity in Nigeria?
part of it. But the reality, this politics we are doing, this politics we are seeing us playing the game is extremely too dirty.
Indeed.
It's a game of selfish.
All right,
now, take an example. Yes, these leaders, they used to travel abroad. They see how tight security is everywhere. Why in Nigeria? Why? Where are they? What are they doing here in Nigeria? Just stealing our money. Let me go straight. What are they adding? How much minimum wage? There are some senators that are unable to pay the 30,000, talk less of the 70. How do you expect people to live in peace?
Indeed.
The military are corrupt. Those at the border, they are corrupt. Everybody is looking for Naira. They are not serving us at all. They are on their own. Can you imagine a country like Nigeria making proud, saying that the giant of Africa? How? Giant of Africa in terms of insecurity, in terms of violence and banditry, or in terms of what we are desiring? Look at the efficiency, the Nigerian grid is getting collapsed. How many times within a month? Industry stop working. Common welder people in the street, they are really hungry. Go to the grinding machine where the local people grind their mess and what have you. No light. And then they are deceiving us that they succeeded in correcting the banditry in the major delta this and that one. Who are the bunkers? You think a common man who is very useless can go and do bunkering? Bunkering involves a lot of big people. Those that have ship, they used to carry the crude with. Somebody trekking, do they say, let us tell the truth.
Well, Godwin.
As the last regime, Buhari is saying that the changes begins with me. If that is the case, let me change, let you change, let them change, everybody should change.
Indeed.
Not that to go to the media and deceiving us, playing politics with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Godwin.
If the 8 care is not taken, 2027, this voters card you are seeing, it's a missile. Voters card is a missile. It's a draw. They will see what we're going to do to deal with them.
Make sure you use that trust that has been placed on you, like you mentioned. And if you're unsatisfied, 2027 provides an opportunity for you to go again. Thank you. Thank you so much for your contributions, Godwin.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Godwin speaking extensively on the issues. Godwin is especially not impressed. It's one thing to say that there are gains that he called Tinubu gains, talking about the National Security Advisor. But what are these gains compared to the situation of what Nigerians are facing? I mean, a perfect example of this is the roads might be unsafe. Some communities, across different parts of Nigeria, especially in the northwest, might also be unsafe. But what about situations where goods and services being transported by large trucks and trailers unfortunately struggle because some of these trailer drivers, in an exclusive interview with Trust TV, had revealed that they spend hundreds of thousands sorting, be it immigration or police or all of the other, operatives who are on the roadside. Even if you solve the security problem, who addresses that other problem of endemic corruption? Allegations that have been raised by Nigerians against officers of our various security and even revenue generating agencies. Who address that? These are the issues, of course, that Godwin was trying to bring to the fore. But then we have another caller now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning. I'm Ayo from Niger State.
Ayo from Niger State. Ayo, welcome to the program. Let's hear your take.
Yeah, I saw the program about insecurity in Nigeria. I don't think I have confidence in the government anymore.
Why, Ayo? Tell us why.
Because so many things that are happening in Nigeria and there's no solution to it. So many insecurity things that are happening and so many things that the government has not even conquered up to now.
And this is the reason why you're not confident in the government.
I don't have confidence. I think these politicians are just after their own pocket and leaving the masses to just.
So Ayo, what are some of the things that the government needs to be doing, or what are some of the things that when you see the government do will start to boost your confidence in them?
Yeah, when I start seeing the government taking the right action on these people, and the banditry around the insecurity around, when I see them taking the rapid action on them, then I will start believing in them, taking a quick action on them. Because this one that many people of this Boko Haram will be taken up, putting in prison. Why are they in prison them? Why are they even empowering them? This kind of thing doesn't work. People have killed a lot of people around. And you later hear that maybe they are even empowering them. For what?
All right, Ayo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contributions, Ayo. Well, another caller who seems not to be satisfied with the pronouncement by the National Security Advisor, insecurity everywhere, like he said. But then the NSA is countering that to say that, well, the insecurity is not everywhere because the bandits are being killed in their hundreds. And also, we have some other hundreds who are surrendering on a daily basis. But please, by all means, viewers, keep the calls coming in. I really want to hear more, especially, from residents from around the northwest and even the northeast. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to hear from Shetima today. I hope that he calls, into the program this morning. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, good morning. Your name and your location, please.
My name is Shingwa from Taraba State.
Shingwa from Taraba State. Shingwa, welcome to the program. Let's hear your take.
Thank you, sir. I want to comment on security. According to what the advisor, Ibrahim, said that they are not curtailing the security. As an ordinary Nigerian, we don't believe in all what they are saying. Because from the previous administration, when Chibok just were attacked by the Boko Haram, if they cannot able to curtail or to release these children, then they should allow the other countries to come ahead. But they say they shouldn't come, they were able to release these children. Up to now, Boko Haram, these children of Chibok, they are under their care. Some are still under their care. No, today they are telling us that they can curtail, they come with one accord, all the security arms, that they have to curtail the Boko Haram or Kalao, as they are saying. All these security people, they are, to us as an ordinary Nigerian, we are seeing that all this is done by them. Because when all this security started, it is the same ordinary Nigeria and the people at that area, they are supporting security. Even the security themselves, they are covering the insecurity. We all knew. Government of Nigeria made the Nigeria were not patriotic because we didn't choose them. Let me tell you one thing. Okay. From the primary school, in the education sector, nobody can talk of the effort of government on them. Because if you go to primary school, how many children are going to school? And they have been saying, from the governor to the Senate to whoever on seat, they are not patriotic. They make us also no longer patriotic in government because they knew the problem. They are from rural area. They elected them to National Assembly. They knew the problem and they don't want to do the right thing. The right thing that they should be decision in Nigeria always. We are all aware of what is happening. Then if you are talking about the crude oil, it got 1.8. Let other Nigerians see the price of crude oil drop. We are suffering. To fit is a problem. For how long will we be deceiving Nigeria? It's because the nature of Nigeria, we are kind people. Do you think that such things can happen to other countries, at least the parties agree? They should forget about how we are kind. We underrate whatever they are doing because they are abided by the government. But they should know that we are human. And most of Nigerians, they are educated. They understand how government is going.
Shingwa, thank you so much. Indeed, it is well, Shingwa. And I do hope that Nigeria see some light because, I mean, you've spoken so elaborately about the situation. It's really an indictment, like you said, talking about gains upon more gains, and then you mentioning the Chibok incident of 2014 just brings back, so much memories, and of course reminds Nigeria that, of course, indeed, the government really has much more to do to prove that it's really ready to tackle these issues, because of course this isn't the first time, right from the administration of Goodluck Jonathan, since when we started seeing these issues of terrorism really take shape and settle in Nigeria. Nigerians have really not had that sense, of trusting that the government will be able to provide the much needed security that it requires. I mean, talk about the deployment of military personnel into the region. Talk about what Shingwa was saying about some of these security personnel allegedly being the ones who are even aiding and abetting the activities of these bandits, of these separatists, or of these terrorist elements across different parts, of the country. So until Nigerians begin to see a change sort of in the posture of government and security agencies, it's really difficult to sell the idea that it's achieving a lot on the insecurity front. But then let's take submissions from our next caller on the program. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, so I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to do this, but unfortunately I now have to mention the rules of engagement. Please, can you turn down the volume of your TV set so it doesn't interfere with the conversation? Then we can proceed.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
I'm Saad calling from...
I honestly didn't hear your location, Saad, and this is because I want you to turn down the volume of your TV set as it's been interfering with the conversation. But unfortunately, we lost Saad there. Please, viewers, if you're calling into the program, turn down the volume of your TV set. If you don't do so, we will not be able to have a seamless conversation. I believe we have another caller now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Your name and your location, please.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Please, can you speak up and tell us your name and your location?
My name is Mohd Abubakar.
I honestly did not make out what you mentioned, unfortunately, because the sound coming from your television set is interfering with our conversation. Can you please turn down the volume of your TV set or turn off your TV set while we have this conversation?
Okay, but when I turn off, I can't hear you, and you possibly going to say something, but that I cannot understand.
Yes, of course. You can contribute definitely, but I want you to do so by first turning down the volume of your TV set.
I did. My TV set is now off.
All right, fine. Now let's now get your name and your location.
I am Mohammed, calling from Borno State.
Mohammed from Borno, go ahead with your contributions.
Okay, the issue of confidence in the government of Nigeria also is remarkably underestimated. And the problem we are having in this part of the country, particularly in Borno State, is very alarming. What the National Security Advisor has just said in the TV screen is all nonsense. It doesn't make sense. For instance, in Borno State, in particular in the local government area, for instance, our farmers, our firewood pitchers cannot even go out of the vicinity of the town, talk less of going to the farm and doing something else. For instance, if you are going for a firewood, 500 naira maybe you are going to pay for the Boko Harams. When coming back to the town again, the military will still going to see some large number of logs from the firewood you have pitched in the bush. Currently, even now, even today, even now, you can make sure that you will still find it out more. Because I am here in Jukwan Heights now. The case is very alarming. People are not allowed to go out. Even when they go out, ladies are made to be paid by these farmers.
So, Mohammed, to get you correctly, farmers, as at this moment, still pay levies to terrorist organizations just to have access to their farms.
Yes.
Well, little wonder Nigerians are not so enthusiastic about the statements of the National Security Advisor when he said they're going to flush out.
Yes, I don't have any confidence in the government and the security apparatus in the country. Because even the military men are still collecting the firewood these locals are going for. When you come back to the town, at least some checking points are being made, whereby these local people should still give out some of their firewood logs, which they catch either by their cats or by their bicycles. And then you must pay 500 naira to the Boko Harams before you will be allowed into the forest to carry this firewood. And it's military men, we have 2 military formations in the town. We have the 81 division and the brigade headquarters office in the town. They are not to any rescue.
Well, Mohammed, you're saying that the case is pretty much the same. Perhaps you can tell us, what you would like to see the government do that would improve your confidence in them.
Yes, they have to intervene. At least let them push away these boys around the town. It is less than 3 to 4 kilometers from the new town. There is one area we call the Ufe area. There is a bridge. Immediately after the bridge, you will start seeing them. Even yesterday, they even come closer to the town in order to collect these 500 naira. If you don't have 500 naira, you will be asked to go back home. They will not even allow you to go to the bush to fetch firewood. And the businessman is saying they are doing everything. There is tinubu gain. We have gained nothing from tinubu, especially in this part of the country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. So aptly put. Mohammed is revealing to us that the situation is pretty much the same in his area. I mentioned Borno State, Dikwa, precisely, if I'm not mistaken, where he said, well, for residents to come out and even access firewoods in the bush, they have to pay levies to these terrorist organizations. Unfortunately, this was the situation a few years ago. He's saying that it is still the situation currently. Little wonder he also mentioned that this is the reason why he has no confidence whatsoever in the statements made by the National Security Advisor, talking about the gains that are being achieved by the Tinubu administration. You talk about gains on one hand, and then you have Nigerians who are sitting right there. Some would describe the situation as being caught between, a rock and a hard place. It's not favorable in front, it's not favorable, behind. And then you hear somebody say that the situation has been completely resolved. And you who is still in the situation are wondering why somebody would mention that when the situation is looking pretty much the same for you. I guess this is what Mohammed actually tried to paint for us. But then let's take contributions from another caller. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Musa from Kaduna.
Musa from Kaduna, welcome to the program. Let's hear your take on the topic.
So, let me start like this. I want to thank the Tinubu administration. Tinubu administration is trying, whether we like it or not. But I want Tinubu to watch and find very closely.
You want Tinubu to watch
governor of Kaduna State,
El Rufai, closely.
I know he knows something about this Nakurawa we are talking about.
Well,
because they are there to bring distraction for Tinubu government.
Perhaps you could say this is an allegation, and of course you could add the word alleged to your statement, because these are lofty accusations that...
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
so I was saying that yes, you would go ahead with your contributions. However, it's good to mention that these are allegations as you do so.
Let me tell you, I'm a Nigerian like you. We can be here, we know how we operate. El-Rufai is the one story from Kaduna State. They might have established this thing before they left the power. Believe me, take it all you need it. One day you will hear it. Lakurawa cannot just come to Nigeria and begin this operation. They have also by some people to come and describe the tinubu administration. Take it all you need it. You will hear it one day. And you know, the money they stole with the money, you can do anything. These guys came from somewhere. They were sponsored. They gave them money. All you need to, you will hear it one day. So I want tinubu and people of defense staff and national security advisor to watch these people very closely. You will hear this thing sometime.
Thank you.
Somebody, Musa, has spoken this thing. El-Rufai, watch him is smart and the money he got is for distraction for 2027 election. Wait and you will hear it.
Musa,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I know there are others that are behind him.
Thank you so much, Musa. But those were pretty much allegations made by Musa connecting the Lakurawa, the new terrorist organization, with the former governor of Kaduna State. But then, allegations, and more allegations. What would you expect when a lot of Nigerians are disenchanted? I would say quite a number of Nigerians are actually not happy with the situation that they found themselves. It's how the insecurity has affected their businesses. It's how the lack of power in different parts of the country has impacted their businesses and their ability to make money. It's the lack of access to quality roads to transport goods and services from one part of the country to another part of the country cheaply that has affected their business. It's the removal of fuel subsidy that has increased astronomically the price of petrol from a whooping 180 to between 250 naira to 1,000 naira upwards, that has affected their businesses and their livelihoods. These are some of the issues that are biting directly in the lives of Nigerians and coming out to make lofty statements about gaining more when Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians are still living in this very insecure environment. It's quite lofty, but these Nigerians will call on the show and will express their opinions. I understand we have another caller now. Hello, good morning, welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Samuel calling from Gembu in Taraba State.
Samuel from Gembu. Welcome to the program, Samuel. Go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, thank you. My concern is the way people are talking, apart from the Duguri, is able to say Boko Haram blocking routes to collect whatever they want from passers-by and all the like. Now we are made to understand that these people are handling when the governor comes out to speak in a loud voice that he has controlled these people. And then up till now, they still disturb people from going to the farm in the Duguri area and all this. This is very close. And I think if they are really serious, they should wipe this so that people will have confidence of going to the farm and doing other things, so that security has been beefed up. In fact, it's a bit disheartening to hear this. And this is something that has been existing for long. Even of the Lukarawa they are talking of now, that it has been handled. It's just, I don't want the way government is making things, that they are not always deep to the roots to make sure that they have removed everything and people are safe.
Indeed. Thank you so much.
In fact, I'm a bit disturbed that all this is not, the country is not in peace at all. The country is not in peace, and I'm not happy about all this happening.
A lot of Nigerians are not happy about the situation, Samuel. Thank you so much for calling into the program with your contributions. Yes, indeed. In the lyrics of a popular Nigerian artist, he says, "No be cho-cho-cho, show workings." This loosely translates to, you need to match words with action. If you're not going to show evidence, well, talking is something that everybody can do. Until you start to act, really nobody will really believe, what you're saying until they've seen some evidence that you've matched words with action, and that action has, of course, led to addressing some of these problems. So until Nigerians begin to see these actions, real life actions, not just by stating that they are happening, but by them seeing that these things are happening, it's going to be very difficult for you to regain the trust of Nigerians in the government. That's just the truth. But then we have another caller now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. Okay, so I understand that we lost that caller, but then with this, we wrap up this segment of the program, the Daybreak Interactive segment, where I've been chatting with quite a number of Nigerians who have called from across different parts of the country to share their thoughts on the development of whether Nigeria has been safer over the course of the last 5 months or not, and also an assessment of the statement of the National Security Advisor stating that hundreds of bandits and terrorists are being killed on a daily, as even more of them continue to surrender. For those who tried calling into the program and could not do so, well, apologies, and of course we will present you with another opportunity to contribute. And for those who called, thank you so much for your contributions, and do well to join the program